Let us start with the topic, where did people live? The early people lived along the banks of rivers for several hundred thousand years. They chose to live along the banks of rivers because rivers provided sufficient water for all their needs. The land near the rivers were fertile, thus people could grow crops easily. And last but not the least, rivers served as means of transport too. Now let's have a look at this map. This map is of South Asia. South Asia is even called a subcontinent because although it is smaller than a continent, it is very large and it is separated from the rest of the Asia by seas, hills and mountains. The subcontinent includes the present countries of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, and neighboring countries of Afghanistan, Iran, China, and Myanmar. Now let us find Narmada River on this map. This is the Narmada River, and this region is called the Narmada Valley. The early people who used to live here were skilled gatherers, that is, the people who gathered their food, because they did not know how to produce food. The early man survived by hunting animals and birds, fishing, gathering fruits, roots, nuts, berries, seeds, and other forest produce. They were called skilled gatherers because they used to gather food. Now let's have a look at Suleiman and Kirtar hills to the northwest. It is believed that this was the region where the early people first began to grow crops such as wheat and barley about 8,000 years ago. They also began rearing animals such as sheep, goat, cattle, and started living in villages. Garo hills to the northeast and Vindhyas in the central India were some of the areas where early agriculture developed. It is believed that rice was first grown in the Vindhyas in the central India. The first known settlements in ancient India were in Indus River Valley around 4500 BCE. The Indus River, formerly known as Sindhu in Sanskrit, is one of the main rivers of the Indo-Gangetic Plain in the Indian subcontinent. The Indus River begins from the Himalayas and it gets most of its water from the snow melting in the Hindu Kush Mountains and the Himalayas, and eventually this river flows through Pakistan and it empties into the Arabian Sea near the port city of Karachi in Sindh. The Indus River is the longest river of Pakistan. And these are the tributaries of the Indus River: Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Byas, Satluj, and Saraswati. Saraswati has been dried up since, and this was the region where Indus Valley civilization flourished. By 3000 BCE, people started settling near Ganges River and its tributaries. The Ganges River flows across most of the northern India. The Ganges River starts from the Himalayas and makes its way to the south. In ancient times, the region to the south of the Ganges River was known as Magadha, now in the state of southern Bihar. It was the most powerful kingdom ruled by the Mauryan dynasty. Now let us understand how our country got the names India and Bharat. The word India comes from the Indus called Sindhu in Sanskrit. The Iranians and Greeks who came through northwest about 2500 years ago were familiar with the Indus, and the land to the east of the river Indus was called India. Bharat was used for a group of people who lived in the northwest, basically the Sapta Sindhu region. King Bharat and his descendants, after whom India was named Bharatvarsh. Have you noticed that the title of the book is Our Pasts? The word past in plural has been used to draw attention to the fact that the past was different for different groups of people. For example, the lives of herders and farmers were different from those of kings and queens. The lives of merchants were different from those of the craftsmen. And differences such as different practices and customs in different parts of country existed in the past as well. Besides, there is another kind of difference too. We know a great deal about kings and the battles they fought because they used to keep records of their victories. But the ordinary people, such as farmers, hunters, gatherers, fishing folk, did not keep records of what they did. While archaeology helps us to find out about their lives, there is much that remains unknown.